Ciara?
Hope, is something wrong?
Ciara, she's gone.
You're all right. It's so good to see you. Rafe said you were alive, but that's all he would tell me.
I spent the night in the hospital. The doctor said that the smoke inhalation didn't do any real damage.
Thank God. You have no idea how scared I was.
I was pretty scared myself.
Looks like they fixed up your leg.
Yeah, the doctor actually complimented your splint job.
I'm proud. Well, they must have said you're okay if they released you from the hospital, right?
Actually, they didn't release me. I snuck out of my room
Why?
because I had to see you.
I left for a short time and she disappears.
Well, do you think she left the
I'm
hospital?
gonna find her.
Hope, wait a second,
Carla,
hold
I
on.
don't have time for
No,
this.
no,
I
wait
have-
a second. She was scheduled to have an MRI on her leg. They've probably taken her down for the test.
Why didn't they tell me?
Because she's an adult. I don't need your permission for
You
that.
know what? I need to see her. I need to make sure she's...
Hold on a second, hold on. Take a deep breath here. I know you're concerned after she went missing. Listen to me. She's home now, and she's safe.
Why was it so important to see me?
I needed to know. Did you set that fire in that cabin?
Ciara.
My mom and Rafe are sure that it was you, that you were trying to hurt me.
No. Look at me, I swear. I left with the cabin to go get my meds. You knew that.
I know that's what you told me, Ben, but when you were off your meds, things were pretty intense.
I'm sorry if I scared you. I scare myself sometimes. But believe me, I never want to go back to that dark place again. That's why I took off for the pharmacy.
After you left, I was exhausted. I fell asleep, and I don't know how long I was out for, but when I woke up, the cabin was filled with smoke.
I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been for you.
I tried to get out, but I couldn't even put any weight on this leg. I fell, and I guess I passed out from the smoke.
Thank God your mom and Ray found you.
Yeah, they got me out just in time.
When I saw you, just laying there on the ground outside the cabin, I thought you were dead. I was so scared.
Because you knew you were gonna get blamed?
No. No, Ciara, because I care about you. And I don't want to see something bad happen to you ever again. You believe me, right? Ciara, what are you thinking?
Just that you were really messed up when you were off your meds. Is it possible that you could have set the fire and not remembered?
I almost lost my daughter because you decided that Ben was no longer a threat.
In my professional opinion, Ben's treatment was successful. We found the right medication for him, and for all intents and purposes, he's a changed man.
But he's not. He's not. My daughter was almost his next victim.
You really think that I set that fire? That I tried to kill you?
It's just when you were off your meds, the way you were acting, you were...
Like the person I used to be.
Yes. You were hallucinating that your father was in the cabin with us, and I could tell from your conversation that he was telling you to hurt me.
And I remember all that. And I also remember you talking me down and convincing me that he wasn't real, that I just needed my medication.
Did you make it to the drugstore?
Barely. I white-knuckled it all the way there, even though the voices in my head were telling me that it was a trap, that the cops were sitting there waiting for me.
Why didn't you listen to the voices this time?
Because as strong as they were, my desire to help you was stronger.
And you took your meds?
Yeah. And I felt them kicking in on the way back to the cabin. By the time I got there, I was thinking clearly again. The hallucinations, the voices, they were all gone. Ciara, you gotta believe me. I would never light that cabin on fire with you in there, no matter what my father said.
And how did it happen? Ben, how did it happen? I was sleeping and I was alone.
Don't know.
That's
Ciara,
not an
I don't
answer.
know.
That's not an answer. I almost died in that cabin. The same cabin where you tried to torch Abigail and Chad.
Look, I understand why you might be upset with me. And if I was wrong about Ben, then I'm terribly sorry and I'd like to help.
I don't know what happened in that cabin. I think she's suffering from Stockholm Syndrome.
Is she defending Ben?
She is. She said that he found her after the crash and brought her back to the cabin and cared for her. But maybe she's afraid that if she doesn't say that, he'll come after her.
Or is it possible that Ben did take care of her? Oh, when she was brought in, I can tell from the chart, she already had a splint on her leg and she'd been fed. That's not a thing she could have done to care for herself in that condition.
What are you saying?
I'm just trying to sort it out. Where's Ben right now?
He's in custody of the station. Thank God he can't get anywhere near her.
I'm not naive. I know how it looks. Same cabin as to where I tried to kill Chad and Abigail.
And tell me why I should believe you.
Because when I tried to kill Chad and Abigail, I was sick. I don't even know who that person is anymore. He was a maniac.
How do I know you've really changed?
Do you think they would have released me if I was still that same man?
But you admit that when you were off your meds, you were slipping, hallucinating.
Yes.
Yes. How can you be sure that there wasn't a voice, your father's voice, pushing you to kill me?
I understand your doubts. And I'm not sure I would believe me either. All I can tell you is the same thing that I told Rafe. If I set that fire, why would I come back?
I know you're upset with me, but let me help here. Look, let me talk to Ciara, see what's going on, and then I'll talk to Ben. I'll get his side of the story.
His side of the story? Are you kidding me right now? He already fooled you once into believing that he was sane.
Ben trusts me. I was able to find out from him what happened with Will. Oh, look, all I want is Ciara home and safe. That's all I want. That's all I want to have.
I know you're trying to help, but I don't need answers from Ben. I know he set the fire to kill Ciara, and this time I'm going to make sure that he stays locked up for the rest of his life.
If I was afraid of walking into a trap at the pharmacy, why would I go back to where I set the fire? I would have known that the whole place would be swarming with cops looking for me.
How do I know what was going through your head?
Because you understood how terrified I was about being locked up again. I shared that with you at the cabin.
I only know what you told me. Okay, for all I know, you could have been lying.
I was lying? Is that what you think I was doing this whole time, Ciara, that I was lying to you? Or is that what your mother wants you to believe?
They say criminals like to return to the scene of the crime. Arsonists like to watch things burn.
I set one fire! I'm not an arsonist! But I am a serial killer. And you have every reason to be afraid of me and to not trust a word I say. Nobody's ever gonna forget what I did, so I might as well get used to the fact that I'm never getting out of here.
You took care of me in that cabin. I wouldn't have survived without you.
But you believe I set the fire.
I don't know what I believe.
You believe what everybody else thinks. That I am some violent psychopath killer.
People really change.
My doctors thought I could. I know some people don't feel that way. Like Chad. Drove me out of town. Thinks I got out on some type of technicality. No matter what I do, I'll always be the necktie killer.
You are the necktie killer.
I know that. When we were in that cabin, you asked me when I sleep. The answer is hardly ever. Because every time I close my eyes, I'm haunted by what I did. I used to think of myself as a good person, someone who cared about people. I know that sounds crazy now. But I am forever sorry for what I did to those people I killed, to their families, and to their loved ones that are gonna miss them forever. Can't change what happened or what I did. But that's why these past few days at the cabin meant so much to me. Because for once, I got to help someone. I got to save someone good and decent and loving. And you started to trust me again, Ciara. At least I thought you started to trust me. Was I wrong?
Hello, I'm here to take Ciara for her MRI.
You mean she's not down there right now?
I'm sorry, we've been short-handed, so we got backed up.
You don't know where she is?
No,
She's gone. Why did I let you talk me out of it?
Sorry.
Did you trust me, Ciara? Was I right? All I can hope is that when the police finally investigate the site of the fire, somehow they're gonna prove that I am not responsible.
Ciara, Mom,
Oh, thank God you're all right.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank God. I needed to ask him face to face if he set that fire.
Of course he set that fire. Admit it. Admit that you tried to kill her. Let's get you out of here, honey.
But he says he didn't start the fire.
Of course he's gonna say that.
But he says he didn't want to hurt me.
Ciara, you can't trust him. You can't.
But I do. Mom. I do trust him. And I believe him.